All right, everyone, welcome back to another tutorial using Posh Easy Win. In this particular demo, we're going to show how to push files to an endpoint. Could be logging mechanisms, it could be PowerShell scripts, could be binaries, anything you want. The previous videos we showed a lot of how to pull back data, but this is a bit different. We're going to show you actually how to push certain things using Posh Easy Win. And in this demo, we're going to show exactly how to push a WinLogBeat agent package or whatever kind of package you want. But in this particular one, it's going to be a WinLogBeat agent package to an endpoint and gather host data in our scene. And then we'll show how to push a PS1 script to a particular directory with the tool as well. And then we'll show what it looks like once we start getting back that data in the scene. But as you can see right here, we're already getting Windows event log via WinLogBeats over port 5044 from Win10.04. So we'll focus on another host and show you how that process goes down. Right here, go ahead and here's your main page. And I'll show you right here. You just go to interactions. And once you click interactions, you go to executables. And once you go to executables, you'll go right down here to this section, user specified files and custom script over WinRM. Ensure that whatever you push to your endpoint, that WinRM 5985 is enabled, or I'll show you how you can use SMB to do the same thing in a different manner. And make sure you have the proper credentials and permissions to do said thing on endpoint, right? So we'll show how to push agents, and we'll push it to our domain controller. And we want to get logs back from our DC and send it to our SIEM. So right here under user specified files and custom script, you can select a file or whole directory. And in this particular instance, I'm selecting a file folder named SecOnion. I just name it this, and there are certain contents in here, and I'll show you real quick what that looks like. This whole folder has a sysmon config. It has a WinLogBeat YAML file for our WinLogBeat. I just renamed it just to keep track of what beats are on the endpoint, and then our sysmon binary. And you'll select that whole folder right here, or you can select just a file. And then you'll accompany that file or folder with a particular script. I just named this lightweight agent deployment PS1. And what that looks like is this right here. You can customize your scripts however you want to. I just kind of got this from Elastic and then put some certain variables in there. And now if you just wanted to execute your own custom scripts, like I said, you can do it right here, script only, or you can go back to collections and add your own user add commands to execute certain things. But we'll focus on this section right here under interactions and executables. So it looks like we have our file folder selected, we have our script, we have our directory, which we want to push the whole folder to, which is going to be C Windows temp, and we have our endpoint DC 2016. And let's go ahead and checkbox this, and we're going to go and select session based, right? All right, and once we have that selected, our endpoint and what we're going to do, our action, execute script will green up, and we'll go ahead and do that. And it tells us what endpoint we're going to go to, conduct said action, the credentials. Say yes, and what you'll see right here is kind of like a logging type feature, executable and script timestamp, what it's exactly doing, so on and so forth. And we'll just keep track of our op notes because we're organized, and we'll add that to selected op notes right here. And so we just keep track of everything we're doing along the way. And once that's complete, we should start seeing data from our DC come into our scene. Just go ahead and refresh. All right, there it is. Looks like we have DC 2016, and I'm sure the sysmon logs will be soon to follow. Yep, there it is. So it looks like we're getting sysmon logs as well. You can configure your packages however you want. We're just showing how to use Posh EasyWin to push what you want to the endpoint and execute it in the way you want to execute, right? Now I'll show you another feature, which is send files. As you can see here, this is Win10.04. And just to confirm that, I'll show you real quick right here. Win10.04. All right, cool. And I want to push something to this particular administration desktop directory. If you see, there's nothing here right now. I want to use Posh EasyWin. Let's say I want to push a PS1 file. So we'll go ahead and see here. We'll select our host, Win10.04. We'll unselect this one. And Win10.04 will send files, and we're going to do a PS1 script that we're going to pull from our desktop, right? And send to users administrator, right? So users administrator. All right, and desktop. All right, cool deal. We're going to use WinRM to do this. You can use SMB, but this particular instance, we're going to use WinRM. C users administrator desktop, and let's send it off. All right, there you go. So let's see what happened. Let's see if that's actually there, and boom, there it is. All right, so that was successful. In this tutorial, just to recap, we showed how to push a whole directory with a script to install a login agent, which is now sending data back to our scene. And also we showed how to send files to an endpoint and actually see the results right here. We can deep dive more into sending files and checking our endpoint. As you can see, check our endpoint, boom, there it is. There's the script. We can go over more in detail if you want to see some other nifty ways to push files to an endpoint via Posh EasyWin. Just give me a comment below in the video. Also, make sure you go to Daniel Komnick's GitHub page where the tool is at. And if you have any feature requests, definitely hit him up. Look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take it easy.